G'day folks, and welcome back to Gertie's Flight Sim. Today we're going to be taking a short flight across from Devonport to where was it we were going? I can't recall now. It's just another small airport just up past Burnie. Anyway, we're going to go for a quick short flight along the coast, not too far. So let's just get this fired up and get going. And avionics on, beacon light on. Fuel on. Okay. We're not going to need my flight assistant today. We're not going to be doing much in the way of radio calls. Alright, we'll throw a bit of mixture in and prime the engine, carburetor on, and let's see if we can get started. Okay. We are away. Alright, so we're going to tune to the traffic, 122.9. And okay, announce our taxi.
Yankee Delta Papa Oscar traffic Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango is taxiing to runway 06.
Alright, runway 06 it is. Oh, look, and our little blue arrows have appeared today. Okay, so trusty Cessna 152, same as last time. This is the plane I'll be using to fly all around the island of Tasmania. This flight probably around about half an hour, so shouldn't take us too long. That way you don't have to put up with me droning on for too long. Right, we're just going to come up to the runway, strobe lights on, nav lights on, landing lights on, and we will contact tower for takeoff. Oh, sorry, we won't contact the tower. We'll announce our takeoff, and we will be swinging round and departing towards the west. So flaps to takeoff. We'll just check they are all there.
Yankee Delta Papa Oscar traffic Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango taking off runway 06 departure to the west.
Okay, we'll just ramp this up a little bit. And off we go. Alright, everything is in the green. We are good to go. 50 knots. Let's get airborne. A little bit of a crosswind to contend with, but nothing too bad. Once we get to about 300 feet off the ground, we will raise our flaps and we will head around towards the west, and we'll be following the coastline up to the next little airstrip. Flaps up, we can accelerate. I'll pull it back to 2400 RPM for the climb, and now let's turn out over the water. It is pretty late in the day. We are at 10 past 5 local time, and so we should have some lovely views as the sun sets across the ocean there. There's the airport, Devonport Airport, just out there to our left hand side. Trim the aircraft for about a 500 feet per minute climb. And we'll climb to about 2,000 feet just to stay under the cloud base, so that we can have good visibility of the terrain. Very important for VFR flying that you can keep track of where you are by the terrain. Of course, if you have your moving map, your GPS in your electronic flight book, that makes life significantly easier and reduces your workload. Okay, we'll turn our landing lights off now. Strobes are on, so at least other aircraft can see us. And we will just tune to Melbourne Centre so we can listen out for radio calls. It's the town of Devonport. You remember we came in up the river last time? Coming in up from the dam further down. So it's been a couple of days since I've been able to fly. There's been a few things going on that I've needed to take care of, but yeah, we're back in the cockpit now and going to enjoy this little short trip up along the northern coastline, northwestern coastline of Tasmania. So we'll just bring up the nav map, have a quick look, and the airport we're going to is YWYY, so you can look that up if you feel like it. Can't remember the name of the little town that we're going to, but anyway, this is where we're headed. We're going to track up the coast and then turn inland to that airport. So keep a close eye on the clock in the middle of the screen there, and watch what happens when I go to an external view and then come back to an internal view. So anybody who's got a solid interest in general aviation or even flying jets, I've been flight simming since I got my first version of Microsoft Flight Simulator in 1995, so we're talking, what's that now, 26 years? And yeah, I've had various versions. I gave up for a while to pursue other interests, but then because of COVID, I decided that because I couldn't travel so much in real life, I would come back to my flight simulation. And with the advent of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, yeah, the graphics has certainly exceeded most people's expectations. Just take a look at that down there. Oh, it's stunning. It really is stunning. And oh, the clock didn't change this time. That's unusual. Last time it did. Okay, maybe it's just a temporary little bug. Maybe it's just an occasional one. Happens every now and again, but this time the clock is not rolled back 2 hours like it did last time. So I plan to fly as often as I can and live stream all of my flights. So you can follow me around on my journey. The flights will remain up on the YouTube channel after they have been live streamed, so you can catch some of the footage there. If you don't have the patience or you don't have the time to sit with me while I do these flights, then feel free to come back and check them out at a later date. I am endeavouring to try and keep them as short as possible, but you know, this is aviation, and you know, not our flights can't just be little 10-minute jobbies. We do have to go between airport to airport when we're on tour. What happens on tour stays on tour. Isn't that what they say? And if you have been following along my channel for a while, you'll see that I had recently completed a round the world flight that took me around about 16 months. So now I'm just going to do a round Tasmania flight. This is to celebrate the release of updated scenery for the whole of Australia. Then I'm open to suggestions. Leave some comments below and some suggestions as to where you think I should go after I finish this short tour around the wonderful Apple Isle. So for those that couldn't be bothered, the airport is Wynyard Airport is where we are travelling through. We're going to fly across the town of Burnie. G'day Jason, I believe you're down there somewhere. And yeah, we'll be landing at Wynyard Airport. So a little bit of turbulent air there, a few bumps. Looks like there's a container ship down there. He's got a little bit of a problem. He's got his rudder stuck and bobbing around. Having a few hiccups today with the data stream. This does happen sometimes. Microsoft Flight Simulator it does require a online connection to be able to play, and every now and again, you know, it's with everything that's online. You know, it is subject to traffic and you know, usage levels. So yeah, occasionally we do get some hiccups while we're live streaming and while we're streaming data from the cloud. So we are passing across the town of Burnie in northern Tasmania, and a lovely little town it looks like as well. Looks like there's some sort of port or something down there. A bit further up we should be able to see the river mouth. And my good mate Jason, he lives somewhere along the river there, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jason. Please put it in the comments if I've told a fib. But yeah, did you not say that this river runs through your property? Is that correct? So somewhere down there. In this little bit of bushland down here. And like I said, please tell me if I'm telling fibs and got it wrong. So if you're interested in someone who's attempting off-the-grid living, check out me mate Jason's YouTube channel. It's called Toggle. It's T-O-G-L, Tango Oscar Golf Lima. Check it out. He's been running it for just over a year now, documenting his efforts to go off-grid. Building on his land and building roads and milling timber and all sorts of interesting stuff, beekeeping, gardening. Anyway, if you're interested in that sort of thing, I suggest that yeah, jump on his channel, search it. If you just type Toggle into the search bar on YouTube, I'm sure that it will come up. Tasmanian off-grid living. Very interesting and occasionally good for a laugh. So there's a plug for you, Jace. So you can say there's the airport just ahead of us. We're descending down now, as you may have noticed. We can check out which way that the wind is blowing from. I would suggest that we're going to land back into the direction that we're coming from. So, but yeah, we'll have a quick look and see if we can pick up where the windsock is. The advantages of having things like an electronic flight book. Also, you could probably have a look to see what the current meter is for this airport, and that would tell you then what direction the wind was coming from. Anybody spotted the windsock yet? So there it is, there's the windsock, and it looks like we're probably going to want to come in on runway 27. So we'll just jump on here. There's the airport list. 126.9 for traffic. And we're going to select a runway for landing, and it's going to be runway 27, and we're going to have a full stop landing, and we'll announce our position.
Yankee Whiskey Yankee Yankee traffic Cessna Golf Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango 1 miles west 600 feet inbound to land runway 27.
So we'll turn onto the downwind leg. We'll let people know we're flying downwind.
Yankee Whiskey Yankee Yankee traffic Cessna Golf Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango is on downwind runway 27.
Put our landing lights on. Doesn't seem to be any traffic at this airport, so we're just going to announce straight final. And we're just going to turn final and land.
Yankee Whiskey Yankee Yankee traffic Cessna Golf Foxtrot Lima India Golf Hotel Tango is on final runway 27 to land.
normally we would call base, but yeah, there's no other air traffic around, so we're on our lonesome out here in Tassie. Everybody else has gone home. And we've got a little bit of a crosswind, quite strong one too, so this is going to be a pretty interesting landing. And it wasn't too bad, considering we had a little bit of a crosswind, but yeah. There we are, we're on the ground, successfully. And as my old boss used to say, no one died. Any landing you walk away from is a good landing. Find our parking spot somewhere over in the distance there. It's quite a big little airstrip, this one. I didn't think it would be this big, but it is. Right, there's a taxiway that we can utilise. Landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobes off. And we will utilise this little taxiway here. Here we go. Alright, you should be able to announce clear of the runway. No, it's not letting us do that lately. Normally you would announce clear of the runway once you'd cleared the runway, but yeah, it just drops you back to the old traffic. It tells me to tune into Devonport, which is a bit weird. Anyway, we will now make our way over to the building and park. I can see a couple of little fellas standing there. They want to direct me into my parking spot. Yeah, they have lights off. We'll leave the beacon on until we cut the engine. There we go. Which way does he want us to park? Oh, I'm going to come around this way. And he says, come on in, and stop. There we go. Oh, we'll cut our engines, switch off the fuel, and yeah, kill remaining lights, avionics power off. And thank you once again for joining me on the third leg of my Tasmanian tour. And remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so that you get a ding-a-ling-a-ling as soon as I am ready to live stream again. So once again, folks, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.